What's going on, guys? This is Justin, and this is my Ultimate Team Tuesday, or MUT Tuesday. This gameplay will actually take place on Tuesday, even though I am uploading 3 My Ultimate Team games in a row. Uploaded one yesterday. As you can see, it did not go too well. It was a loss, unfortunately. I will be uploading this one today, obviously, as you're watching it, and then one tomorrow as well, just to kind of catch things up, speed up the series, which would have lasted, I think, 3.5 months if I would have played all 10 games plus 4 playoff games. So I'm trying to speed that up, trying to catch back up with where I really am in the game, because I'm really through. I'm through week 5, so I played 5 games, and you know, I like playing MUT. So I'm going to upload it more, and hopefully you guys enjoy it too. So, as you saw on the screen, we are 1-2. It is not good. The last game was a blowout. You know, it was. We got blown out. It was not good. I won the toss. Choose to kick here, like normal. We got blown out, and then the game before that, it was the super close game, the game that went into overtime. I scored, and then he hit me with like a 60-yard run for a touchdown. Good hit stick there. You know, but what are you going to do? The first game was a pretty easy win. So we're in some trouble because we need, what do we need? We need 7 straight wins for our first round bye, or we need to win 5 of the next 7 just to make the playoffs. So that is how tough it gets when you're in rookie first string, and you know you drop a couple games early in the season. And look at this, he's just this is not a good way to start the game. You know, that's not good. Can't let Tony Gonzalez beat us for a 42-yard play. And it looked like my, I think that's Earl Thomas I have. I think he's into the safety. Yeah, he is into the safety. No, he's in at cornerback. Looking really slow. Like, couldn't even keep pace with Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez is like 80 years old. You know? Yeah. So, not good. Not a good start to this game.
Second down and 10.
Hits us with the halfback draw. Up the middle. But we put it into it. 3rd and 8 here.
They're doing a good job so far, the defense, but on the offensive side, stay patient, keep pounding that.
So obviously we are looking for a stop. Desperately. We desperately want a stop. But we don't get it. He hits us with a little, it wasn't really an out route, it was just kind of a little curl there. You know, doesn't matter how many guys we have in coverage apparently, if you can just hit us with curls all day. You know, what are you gonna do? Kept coming out in this, you know. Look at that. He's on that 11-yard line and he's throwing up a tripped bunch and then running it. So really weird. I was trying to figure out, you know, what is he doing? You know, he's coming out in 4 wide and he's running halfback draws. I think that was the 2nd time he did that. So it's really, really odd play calling by him. Not like your common play calling.
Second down now. Challenging the defenders to the right side.
Thankfully, he overthrows his wide receiver right there. Or that would have been a touchdown probably. Somebody on our defensive line is like dead tired. Guys are bred already? Really? Like 5 plays into the game and he's like, no, I'm done. That's horrible. Should figure out who that is and fire him. Hits us with a little slant across the middle. Who is that? Johnson? That's not Calvin Johnson. Steve Johnson? Stevie Johnson? I don't know. It's a Johnson. There's a lot of them. No pun intended there. So, not good. Not good. He starts off, drives down the field. I don't want to say extremely easily because, you know, he had him in 3rd and 8. We had him in 3rd and 6. And he did bust out a big play that won't usually happen on us. So, you know, our defense is looking decent. But I thought, you know, just the way he was play calling, it was very safe, but it looked like it was beatable. So here we go on to offense. We come out in the split hawk as normal with the Seattle playbook. Hit them with the dot. Look at that. Look at that. Double covered. He gets the choice to challenge the play, and he doesn't, which, you know, if I was him, I don't know if I would have challenged that. Probably, just because I like pressing the button when it tells me to. But, you know, it's a 10-yard play. And then Darren Sproles, very first play of the game, our best, he's one of the best players on our team. I think he's 89 or something. Just gets absolutely wrecked with a hit stick and is injured. You know, so that's not good. We have Stephen Ridley in as the replacement. You know, completely different backs. Darren Sproles is a speed back. Stephen Ridley is not a speed back. He is not very fast at all. But he's good at breaking tackles. And I had him wide open right there as he jumps my out route. I get really annoyed when people do that. That wasn't even him usering. I don't think. No, that wasn't him usering. That was just, you know, some great coverage by the computer, supposedly. He is offsides here. And unfortunately, we called the running play. If you don't know, when somebody is offsides and that flag pops up right away, I wanted to keep Darren Sproles healthy, so I decided to stick with Ridley. But going back to that point, if you call a passing play and you see that instant flag, usually means they're offsides. So go ahead and take a deep shot there, you know, because you're getting 5 yards regardless. You don't want to throw it for, you know, 5 or 10. You know, go for the deepest shot you have and try to hit it. If he intercepts it, it doesn't matter because they were offsides, and you can just accept the penalty and you move ahead 5 yards. So, you know, just food for thought there. 3rd and inches. I actually thought about a QB sneak here. But I was like, you know, it's too early. I don't really want to show him that yet. I don't really want to give him the opportunity to, you know, kind of set up for that. Because some people do it all the time. Usually you see, you know, really solid players, you know, when they get down to the run, QB sneak it. It's a very safe play. And it works a very high percentage of the time. It takes a really good defensive line and really good stacking linebackers to be able to prevent and I tried to pitch it there. Don't laugh at me. It's bad. But he was using almost the entire game. He was using defensive lineman or a linebacker. You know, I like to switch it up. I'll do defensive linemen sometimes, like when we need a big stop and I'm trying to, you know, get a block shut off. But usually I like to be a linebacker and then sometimes a cornerback or safety. The common thought is if your opponent is using a defensive lineman, good little out route there by Bolden. The common thought is if your opponent is using a defensive lineman, then he's not that good because you don't have as much control over taking away a power player like you do if you're a linebacker and you can, you know, kind of spy the quarterback by yourself or the running back, or you put yourself on a cornerback or a safety, try to stop one of those best wide receivers. So I guess that's the thinking there. But we get in there with Ridley for the touchdown, but unfortunately we do leave him time on the clock, and that's not good. We don't like doing that. We don't like leaving time on the clock. Try for the hit stick there. It kind of fails. It was just a tackle. Not very exciting. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough if I would have, if it's a better decision to just I-form or, QB kneel and keep trying to hit that 1 yard line, which is actually really hard to consistently just look at. Oh my guys, I can't get to stop that. To just consistently stay at the 1, because a big percentage of the time, somebody on the defense is just going to throw you into the end zone. Or, somebody's going to come through the line. He's going to stack the line, and now you're back at the 4 yard line, and you have to gain 4. Thank you, he dropped that. 4 guys in the vicinity. And I get the hit stick on him, I think. So I was pretty happy he dropped that. So it's a tough decision. I go with the motto, get points when you can get them. If the game is about to go to halftime, like there's 30 seconds left, and I break one down the field, I'm not going to stop and not give myself the touchdown. I have some confidence in my defense. Not a whole lot, because last game they played horribly. Actually, there's more in my offense. And he's 2 for 2 on third down conversions here. It's pretty obvious he's going to come straight through the middle. So we stack the line. We're going to punch through the middle with Ray Lewis, because it looks like a halfback get to me. And that's exactly what it is. We get the hit stick on him. How he didn't lose yards there is beyond me. At least like one. At least 1 yard. But I think, does he go for it? Yeah, he goes for it again. I call corner dog, call corner dog, and I pinch my line. Kind of looks like the same play, but it looked like it might be a stretch, and he hits me with that little slant over the middle. Overall, that is a positive for us, though. It might not look like it, but if it's going to get to 4th down and short situations, like 4th and 1, and he's going to pass the ball, that's good news for us. That shows that that's just bad using right there. He just runs right over my guys. Call the timeout there because he's at the 2. Odds are he is going to score his very next play. So we want the ball back as soon as he scores. It's just, if I would have used it better on that play, I don't think he would have caught that. This looks like another halfback gut, maybe a halfback stretch here from the iPhone, but it's a toss, and he gets to the outside. So, not good. That's the painful part about giving your opponent the ball back with that much time left on the clock. They're not afraid to run it. And we're down again. Not good. We are down 14-7. We do get the ball at halftime, and look at Sproles back in. We do get the ball at halftime, so that is a positive. But we would like to at least put 3 points up on the board here, so that when we get the ball back at halftime, we can score the touchdown. Then we'll be up by 3 points. So that is the thinking here. McDonald's, Dr. Pepper. Tasty. Hit Irvin right over the middle. Gotta love that play. 20 seconds left, no timeouts. Gotta go 30 yards to be in like a 60-yard field goal and get a little out route out to Anquan Bolden. Those are perfect. We'll take that all day. So now we're only about 20, 25 yards out from attempting a field goal. It looks like that out route's going to be open again, and it is. Get your feet down. He's got it. We are on his 42-yard line now, so from here it would be a 60-yarder. So we just want to try to hit him, one more out route. One more out route. It'll be an easy field goal. I think he's offsides here. So, obviously, go for the deep pass. Don't get it, but I will gladly take his offsides because that puts me in makeable field goal range. From here, I just said it's a 54-yarder. So that is the goal. 54-yarder should be makeable. Russell Wilson overthrows him on the out. But 5 seconds left. That's plenty enough time. Comes out in, I think that's punt return. Like, really? Really? Do I strike you as somebody who'd punt it right here? And Anquan Bolden doesn't get his feet down, but leaves us 1 second on the clock. We set up for the 54-yarder. Put our cursor or our direction, our directional error all the way down. Our kicker has decent leg power. We do not get a big kick on it, and look at that. Short by about a yard or two. I was so disappointed when I missed that. So disappointed. What are you gonna do? Did our best. Got into field goal range. It was just bad gauge timing, I guess you could say, on our part. Try to get it back to the run here with Darren Sproles. He hit sticks us. Oh, look who's injured again. Darren Sproles again. So, I think we have Ridley back in there now. I don't know why his name's not popping up, but Ridley should be back in there now. Look at Anquan Bolden beating the coverage. Get down the field. He is our go-to man every game with that out route. Every game. That is our go-to play. These are the two main plays that we run the most. We have the power O to the right. And then we have the PAF slide, which usually that out route will be open. And he could return again. But I think I tell him to stay on the bench again. So yeah, we have the power O, which is a running play to the. It's actually not supposed to be the outside. I think it's supposed to be to the gap. But we like to run it to the outside. Sometimes. We have, I think it's Irvin coming across the middle and Dion Carter on the crossing route. Boom. That was not the PAF slide, though. But we do like that play. Jimmy Graham all day. Decided to stick with this play because, it was working. Jimmy Graham was beating his man off the line. And look, he's doing it again. There's nobody there. Nobody. Every time. I forget exactly what that... Oh, it was the pistol boot. I like that play. Might have to implement that some more.
They've got a first down now after that catch. So,
and really, nothing.
The play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done.
Goal line offense is, if you don't have plays set up for it, it can be the most frustrating. He's wide open though. The most frustrating, 5 to 10 yards on the field. It's not fun. But we're at the 2-yard line. We want to make sure we get this in. What is it? Is it second and goal or third and goal? I can't see. But as long as we have 2 tries for this, it's third and goal. As long as we have 2 tries for this, get a yard at a time, punch it in. That's all we want to do. I guess we could have gone to like a goal line running play or a fullback dive. Those are options as well, but he's not coming out in a stacked defense. I don't understand. You know that's going to be QB sneak. I just QB sneaked it for 2. What do you think?
He goes for it. Nice play call that time.
I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking.
Count it.
So it's a tie game, 14-14. I had a big decision here. I decided to onside kick it, not because I think I'm going to get the ball back, but just to give him less field to kill the clock with. And we do get it back. Miracles do happen. I was stoked. I never recover an onside kick, ever. But with one play here, with one running play, we can scoot it into the 4th quarter. We're not too worried about killing the clock because we still have 45 yards to go. So a normal drive will take enough time off the clock. I think we let this run into the 4th quarter. I do not remember exactly. I think we did. Yeah? Maybe. Sometimes I like to hike it at 1 here, just to catch him off guard, because, he might be eating something, or drinking something, or, like, scratching his head, or being really mad at life, because I just recovered an onside kick, which never happens in this game. Never. It never happens. Bolden, and we want to stay in bounds here, and he does. Pretty happy about that. Running that time off the clock. We are already in field goal range. Look at Russell Wilson. 6 completed passes in a row. That's what I'm talking about. We want to kind of be safe here, though. We want to keep it on the ground. We want to keep it away from him. But we want to score a touchdown here. A touchdown is the goal. The goal is not to, run the clock down to a minute and kick a field goal, running it, 3 times in a row. That is not the goal, because we do not want him to have the ball back. We want to score a touchdown badly. I do run it here again, though. What is this? This is the. It's not the QB wrap. It's it's a read option. I think this was the read option I screwed up. Let's see if I did. No, okay. This was a good read option. I was thinking of a different one. See, this is the problem. When you get too far ahead in games, you don't remember the exact play. But, solid game for Stephen Ridley. 4 yards of carry. Not great, but we'll take it. Do we run this down to the 2-minute warning, or do we run another play? Did I hike it? No, okay. So we're down to the 2-minute warning. Obviously, still a tie game. We're at the 17-yard line. If you do quick math here, if you run it all 3 downs and then kick a field goal, and he uses all 3 of his timeouts, it's going to be about a minute 45, a minute 40 left on the clock. So what we want to do is we want to probably go run, pass, and we want to try to get that first down or a touchdown. So he does take the timeout, just like we thought he would, just like he should. But if he doesn't get a stop here, it's game over. And look at Stephen Ridley get the first down. Takes another timeout. So as of right now, the game is over. Let me just say that the game is over. I could take a knee. He'd take a timeout. I'd take a knee. It goes down to a minute. I'd take another knee. It goes down to 15 seconds. I guess. Best case scenario for him, he'd get the ball back with about 12 seconds left on the clock. I think that's about right. And we were actually trying to get in the end zone there. But funny enough, Stephen Ridley goes down at the 1. I think he elects to save his timeout, which is very odd. I think you should always take a timeout here, because I will always run the clock down. And when you run a hurry-up offense, you can get your people to the ball quicker than how much time I can take off the clock here, if that makes any sense. I can take 40 seconds off the clock here, and you can get your guys, even if you throw a 40-yarder and you have to get down to the ball, they can get there in half that time easy. So I think he probably should have taken a timeout here.
Second and goal
You know.
from the 1. Bringing the
Ah.
play to an end.
No joke. We get stopped at the 1 again. We are not trying to get stopped at the 1 here. He takes his timeout, and now I'm thinking, maybe I should just take a knee. You know, take a knee and then go for the QB sneak or something. So we have him set up. I think this is
This game has less than a minute to go.
this on this one. We were trying to get stopped at the 1. On this one, we were like, all right, you know, we have the outside. Let's cut it back inside, try to get tackled. We're at the 1 here with a very interesting decision. If you look at the play clock and the game clock, there's a 15-second disparity. So we decided to go for it. You know, let's do it. He spreads the line for me. What are you doing? I've already shown you I'm going to QB sneak it. You know, I'm coming out in goal line. I don't understand. But I think I would go for it every time here. Unless he came out with, like, his 3 linebackers stacked up. That was our other decision, is if he came out in goal line gaps and then he stacked all of his linebackers, he pinched his line like, you know, you should in a QB sneak situation, we probably would have taken a timeout and gone to the toss, actually. And then if he would have changed, we would have probably... we're going for it either way, I feel like. So, you know, we would have figured out some way to get him. I did not want to kick it off normal. Get the good stop there on him at the 33. I have bad luck kicking it off normal, you know, when I'm trying to pin somebody. But I knew that he was only going to have 15, 16 seconds. Even if, you know, he gets like a couple yard return and maybe he makes it to the 40, you know, he still has to cover 60 yards in 15 seconds with no timeouts. And that's very hard to do. Throws it into coverage. We probably should have picked that off. But this is, you know, good luck. But he needs he needs 67 yards in 10 seconds. This is the type of play where, you know, you should probably, where he was, let me say this first. Where he was, he maybe should have hit me with, you know, out route, and then he could have had a chance on the Hail Mary, you know. But his quarterback, he's screwed either way. Because if he, you know, and he actually catches that. I was like, no way. Oh, nope, just kidding. He dropped it. Thankfully. That would have been interesting. I don't think he could have got to the ball with 0 timeouts. With 4 seconds left. But it would have been interesting. So, 3, 2, 1. This is the final play, and I get the sack on him. Nice way to end the game. We pick up the much-needed W. Maybe thanks to the onside kick. You know, where I was playing smart, trying to give him not that much field to work with. But we go to 2-2. Make sure you guys look forward to the My Ultimate Team tomorrow, and I will see you guys later. Peace.
So I think it always gives you a better chance of winning the following week because you feel so good when you're out there in that practice field.